Do you see that? Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to show it to you, but I'm also trying to look at it. And then when I look at it, you can't see it. Oh, the dilemma. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be sort of just like a new little series we'll have here, pretty chill. And it's gonna just be a get ready with me. You could grab your drink. I will be having my iced coffee. That is literally my favorite thing to drink, even though it is freezing outside. I'm just an iced coffee type of girl. So today we're just gonna pick out some makeup. You do the same. Let's do our makeup together, talk about products and all that good jazz. So if you would like to see the final look, well then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so to begin, we just prime the face. I use this Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, which I absolutely love. Just for some context, I have combination skin, which means that some parts of my face can be very oily, while others are a little bit on the drier side. So I like to mix my product, specifically primer, just so that those areas that are a bit more oilier can be smooth or mattified, and then those that are on the drier side can have a little moisture. So I like to put that dewy cream all over, but more around the face. And then I went in with this Tarte smoothing primer, and this is what she looks like, and she just feels so nice. I love how it feels. So we're kind of just gonna put that on the more textured parts of the face, which is really for me just like this under eye area right here, as well as right here and on that T-zone right there. And it also just helps to mattify as well. So I really genuinely enjoy that. I'm just gonna pat her in just so you guys can see. And we don't have any filters on here, guys. This is my skin. I love it when YouTubers and people that make videos like take off the filter so you can actually see skin. Like, we all have texture, we all have discoloration, we all have something that is called imperfections, and we embrace that here on our channel. We just enhance our natural beauty and we just have fun with makeup. So that is what you will find here on this channel. Now we're gonna go into coverage, and I'm not gonna use a foundation because honestly I don't really use foundation that much. Now what I love to do is use concealer. So right now we're gonna use the Hourglass concealer, and I'll just put all the items up here or link them down below, because honestly some of these things have some super long names and I just don't remember all of them, but I use this all the time. So I'm just gonna take this darker color. This color is in Dune, which is sort of just like my skin color, a little lighter, and we're gonna just kind of put a little bit under the eyes here, right over here. And this is honestly, oops, this is honestly gonna be just to even out a color. That's really just what I use this specific one for. Then we're gonna go in with the color Fawn, and these are just the colors that work for me. Fawn is more of like a highlighting shade for me, so I like to put this where I want to brighten, and literally I am using the most tiniest amount of this because she has really good coverage. This is also another product that I spoke about in my Sephora recommendations because she's so good. Now we're gonna just take the sponge, I'm gonna blend it out, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm just gonna stop it right here because I want you to see the coverage. Like, this is the side with nothing on, and then this is the one with the concealer. The coverage is just so nice and it looks so natural still. You can see that there's a little bit of dew still, so it's not super mattifying, which I like. It feels hydrating on the skin, but you really do get such good coverage. So I'm just gonna blend this. Look at that, like it's literally insane. So we're just gonna continue to blend it out and then we'll move on. So we're all blended out. Face is looking a little like blah, but that's because we haven't put bronzer. But I did just want you guys to see how I use the concealer to be able to just really even out the face and use it as a foundation and also as a concealer. So we have our concealer in the places that I want highlighted, and now we are going to use the powder to just set things before we go into bronzer, because the bronzer that I have is a powder. So I'm going to be using this Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which I've really been enjoying, honestly. I typically go for loose powder, but I've been loving this one, so I'm just gonna swirl her in, and then we kind of just tap off right there, and then I'm just going to mattify and really just set everything. And I want you guys to just see that. Look at the difference. We love that. You guys, let me know if you love like the videos where like people are like, you know, really showing you everything, because those are the videos I genuinely like. I love to see things in effect. I like to see when people use things and not just telling me like, oh my goodness, this is a mattifying product, versus actually seeing it. So I have no problem showing you guys, getting up close and personal so you guys can see the difference. So once again, this is the side with the powder on, and then this is the side with just the concealer on. So very nice and mattifying. We're just gonna mattify the entire face, and then we can move on to bronzer. So for bronzer, I have really been enjoying this Fenty Beauty powdered foundation, and this is in the shade 445. Now you do have to be careful with this, because literally look, 1, 2, 3, let's say, right? I literally take some off because you can still already see it, and it'll come off very, very pigmented on your skin. So you can just easily build it up by just really taking off the excess on your hand and then just building up with it. So I'm just gonna pat where I want some of the bronzer, and look at what I'm telling you, like she's already showing up. So just gonna pat it, and then we'll blend it out, but it's just so that I can put the placement of it. Let's make sure we get right here underneath. We can put this right here. Once again, I'm gonna do it to this side as well, pat it where I want the bronzer effect to be, and then we'll go from there and blend it all out. I love to also just put it right around the tip of the nose to add some sort of structure, and then we can just blend the rest of it out. I'll put it around my lips as well, and then continue to blend. It's honestly such a beautiful powder. I really am considering even just getting it for the actual use of foundation, but just like I mentioned earlier, I don't really use foundation, which is the only reason why I haven't really like purchased it, or honestly just purchased any foundations lately. But I love it as a bronzer. I love using powder foundations as bronzers because you get such a good variety of undertones, given that it's supposed to suit different skin colors, so you always have better options. That is gonna be bronzer. Blend it out. If you love a heavier bronzer, by all means you can pack on a little more. I like a little softer one. I just feel like it gives such a nice chic and beautiful glow. This is a matte bronzer, so if you like a little bit of shimmer, feel free to get yourself a shimmer bronzer. Do as you wish. It's all about enhancing your natural features and doing whatever it is that makes you feel beautiful. So if bronzy skin makes you feel beautiful, girl, bronze away. If blush does it, blush it out. If highlighter does it, you get the concept. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, that makes you feel beautiful, that makes you feel confident, go for it. And this is just the fun of makeup. I really enjoy doing that. I just love that, like, doing your makeup can make you feel a certain way. But enough blabbering, let's move on to blush. Now we're gonna be using Miss Jaclyn Hill's palette because, once again, like I mentioned in my blush video that should be prior to this one, I love this palette. I feel like there's literally every color that you can possibly think of. And I think for the eyes, I do want to do a little like pink and blue. So I think I might go for a pinkier. For this look, we're going to dab into this color right here. And that one is called Tempting. And it's just such a really pretty, it looks like a pigmented nude pink, especially for my skin color. So I'm very excited about that. Just going to tap off some of the excess. And blush is also something I feel like is super personal, so you can put as much or as little as you wish. I always just love that blush makes you look so like flirty and super cute, and also just adds that like life back into your face, right? So you're like putting foundation and concealer on and your face is kind of looking like, well, then you put some bronzer on, you're looking sculpted, but the blush is just like, honey, I'm alive, I'm well, and I'm healthy. So this is gonna be blush. I'm just gonna go with that same sponge that I used a little earlier just to make sure that everything is nicely blended. Now, for the most exciting part of the face is going to be highlighter, and we're gonna be using this Danessa Myricks Beauty highlighting palette. Another item, hey, there's me. Another item that I spoke about in the Sephora VIB sale. Honestly, I think I picked up a lot of those products just to show them to you in action because they really are that good, and I use them pretty much every day for like every single type of look. So we're gonna use this palette for highlighter, and I actually got this brush not too long ago from Amazon, and it's from the brand Energy. It's just a tapered highlighting brush because I needed one. The brush that I was using prior to, I lost it. I literally have no idea where it went. So there's that. We're just gonna dip into these two colors right here, and I'm just gonna sweep it right on here, and I'm just gonna start light, and then we can build it up because these, let me tell you, are so pigmented, but I'm not sure if you can really see it. It literally gives such a beautiful wet look, and I think that's what I love the most about these highlighters and just highlighters in general. I'm starting to realize that those are the highlighters that I like to go for, even if they're powder, even if they're cream. I just like highlighters that give that wet look, so not necessarily just a streak but a wet look. And she nailed it with this formula. I absolutely love it. So I like to put my highlighter obviously right here on the top of the cheekbones, but I also like to put it right here, right above the brow, and on this side as well. All right, here, you can put some right here, and it's just to add a little bit of dew. And I also love to just smile a little bit and then put them right here. This always looks so nice, especially like in pictures or videos. You always just look like super nice, glossy, and like wet. Even though it's like, that sounds weird when you say it like that, but you get what I'm saying. And then the final thing that we will do, and I always have to do this with highlighter, is hit that tip of the nose for some dimension. So we're just gonna put this right here, and then we're gonna blend that and make sure that that blends seamlessly. And now, we're gonna add another step to the highlighter game, and that's just because I wanna put this on top. I know typically you would put a cream underneath the powder, but we're gonna do the reverse now. I've done this quite a few times, and it seems to work well. So we're gonna put some of the Pixi multi-use moisture stick, and it's so funny because it legit looks like a deodorant, but I love it. So I'm just gonna take some of this on my hand, just like this. And we're gonna just put that also once again on the tops of the cheekbone, and it's really just to really give that like wet vibe. So can you see that? Yeah, you can see that, right? We're just gonna put that right on there and then make sure we blend it out. And now this really gives you that super like glass skin. So if that's your vibe, by all means get yourself something like that. If it's not, you can just leave the powder, totally fine. This is what I've been loving so far, especially since I mattify a lot of my face for the most part. I love to just put this little bit of extra dew back in the skin. So this is what we look like, and I'm just gonna take the blender just to make sure that like everything looks seamless. Like, we don't want anything looking crazy. Let's do it right here together so you can see. We're just blending everything and making sure that everything looks super nice. And what I love about that is it doesn't break up the concealer or your base. It just really adds that super glassy look, and I am here for it. Okay, next up, we're gonna do brows. I'm gonna just show you what I use, and then we'll skip that part because brows to me are just boring. So we're just gonna get that done and then come back, but I am just gonna show you what I use. I use the She Glam Duo brush, and that is going to be a marker on one side, and then it has a pencil on the other side. And I've really been enjoying this lately. So this is pretty much what I use. I have these like disposable spoolies that I brush my brow hairs up with, and then the final thing that I like to do is just use my Anastasia gel freeze to set them in place. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll go to the eyes. So brows are done, and it's so funny because they always look so crazy when there's like nothing else on the eyes. But anyways, we are going to be using the new Pat McGrath palette, and this one is the Celestial Odyssey one, and she is just gorgeous. I spoke about her also in my Sephora VIB sale, because this is just such a stunning color. So I'm just going to swatch a few of these for you, because I know that swatches don't say everything, but I still love to see them. So I will show them to you. So whoever appreciates that and loves that, this is for you. I'm going to swatch quite a few of these colors, especially the ones that just like scream out to me. So this is what they look like. Honestly, she never disappoints, so doesn't even surprise me. Look at that color. Wow. Wow. Oh, that one is nice. That one has, it's like a brown base, but it has pink reflex. Let's see this yellow gold. Oh, that is really stunning. We have this blue, which is also beautiful. Look at that reflect. And then I think honestly the standout color here is this green. Like everyone is always talking about it, and oh, what? Do you see that? Yeah, we're using, I want to use that color, but I also want to use this Urban Decay eye topper. What should I do? What should I do? I just zoomed in so that you guys can see the whole entire eyeshadow process in action. I'm just going to start off with this brown shade right here, and that is going to be our transition shade. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and we're going to put it right here on the outer edge, and I'm just going to pat it in. So it might look a little intense at first, which is okay because we're going to blend it out, but I just want to know exactly where I want to place that. So we're going to just put that right there, kind of just blow it out a little bit. And honestly, Pat McGrath never disappoints with her eyeshadows, which, I mean, still the price that they cost is a lot, but you get what you pay for. You really do. It's not one of those brands that, you know, it's like so much money and then it's like, really, this is all I'm getting? Like, you really do get what you pay for. So I really, really, really enjoy it. And I love these holiday palettes. I think they are so nice. They're not as expensive as like her typical $125 ones. This one is $78, but you don't get that finely milled like glitter or eye shimmer one that she does include in her other ones, but you really still do get some beautiful shades. So I think this is still a really great palette to get so you can test out her formula. And I love the color combination of this. I think it's such a good hit, and I would definitely recommend it to purchase it, especially now that there's that sale. So if you would like to try it out, you should definitely check it out now that the sale is on. But I literally just put one color, and look at this. Like, we have such a beautiful, nice bronzy color. And so I was just building it up. Now I'm just going to take that brush, going to clean it up just a little bit, just so that we can then now blend out those edges. We want to make sure that nothing looks crazy. And I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm trying to see if I want to go smokier, or if I kind of want to just leave it like this. But you know what? For the sake of the video, let's go smokier. So I'm going to just take this brown color now, this dark brown, and we're just going to put that on the outer end of our eyelids, and it's just going to be to deepen the look just a little more. So I'm going to put that right here. And I really have been enjoying kind of just placing the eyeshadow where you want it and then blending from there, versus just like going in trying to blend from the beginning. It really helps to just know where you want to place your eyeshadow to then be able to blend it out. So I'm just gonna do that like this. And I think I saw this for like the first time. A lot of people do this now, but I think I saw the first person doing that was Nikki Tutorials here on YouTube, and she used like insane colors. So if you can do it with insane colors and still end up blending them so that they look amazing, then you can do them with neutrals. And I'm also just gonna take that brown, and we're gonna just do that same thing underneath, just to make sure that we are reflecting what we have on top and the bottom. So now we're gonna use this Urban Decay Solstice, because this is just like, I love this shade and I can't speak about this enough. Like, it's just such a stunning shade. She gives off that wet look once again that I love. Like, this is one of my go-to shades. So that's what we're gonna put over the eye. I'm just gonna take some on my finger, and we're gonna go directly on the eyelid. Like, oh my God. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to show it to you, but I'm also trying to look at it. And then when I look at it, you can't see it. Oh, the dilemma. Now, since I have hooded eyes, I find that putting that glitter or shimmer shade all the way up helps, because even when my eye is open, you can still appreciate that eyeshadow. So since I have hooded eyes, I've really been enjoying just like really putting it up here as well too, so that way you can see it, because with my eyelids, literally I look up and all my eyeshadow disappears. All the hard work disappears. So I've been doing that as well, and I've been enjoying it so much. Now here, this does have a little bit of fallout, so just be mindful. I am pushing it in and pressing it in, so that way it has minimal fallout, but just FYI, I always still do my base first. I know there's some people that they like to do their eyes first, especially if they know that they're gonna be using something with a lot of fallout. I don't learn, guys. I do my base first, and then if there's fallout, there's fallout. It is what it is. But this is gonna be the look. I'm gonna put on some mascara. Let me just show it to you guys so you know which one I'll be using. We're gonna be using the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara, and I love this mascara. The only downfall is that she does kind of break apart throughout the day and just fall on the cheeks. So I think what I am going to be doing is just coating it with a waterproof after I put this, because I love the volume that it gives to my lashes. So I will literally continue to use it. So let's just put on some mascara and we'll be right back. So a mascara is on, and I feel like when you put mascara on, that's when your look is starting to like just come together and look fantabulous. I'm pretty sure lashes do the same thing. But the final step now is going to be lipstick. So I do have a few liners here. These are honestly some of my classic nude liners. We have a Milani one here called Cafe Latte, number 160. We have a Patrick Ta here in Oshi Single, which is like one of my go-tos. We have NYX London, and we have MAC Strip Down. I think I'm gonna do MAC Strip Down and then probably just put a bit of Abu Dhabi from NYX in the center. And that'll be the final look. I've been incorporating into my lip process is just finalizing it all with a lip brush. I see all the makeup artists are always doing that on their clients, and they always look magical. So I've just been starting to do that as well, just to blend, especially when I'm using two products, just to make sure that everything looks really nice. So I'm just gonna blend that out nicely. Well, my friends, that concludes this get ready with me video. This was so much fun. Comment down below a color you would like to see me use, a look that you need inspo for. Like, let's keep this going. Comment down below any idea for the next get ready with me. I'll try to do these like weekly so that we can just get, you know, some inspo, pull out palettes that we have, play around with color, get creative, just have fun doing this. This is the final look. I am living for it. I'm living for the eyeshadow. I'm living for the glossy skin, the nude lip. Like, it's just a whole vibe. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.